biggest question for me, and I'm guessing for everyone else, because they did
Mhm.
not see this coming. What brought up, what made you start going on dates?
So I was doing that on my own before I ever met Tris. I'm going to say
Really?
that first. Because when I was doing camming, people were like, I want to hang out with you in person. And I was like, I want to hang out with you in person, but I don't want to be murdered. How do we
Right.
do that?
Right.
And so and so back when I was just camming, I would meet people and I forget how it started, but I think it started with a raffle. I did a raffle and I had 3 winners and they all came to Vegas and I picked them up in a rental car, so it wasn't my car. And
Right.
like I drove them around Vegas and like we went to go see the King Arthur's Court Knights of the Round Table thing where they're fighting in the building in front of you in the
Oh,
dirt
right,
and
right,
you're
right.
eating the food. I'm trying to there's a name for it. It's at the
Medieval
castle.
times.
Thank you. It's like
Oh.
that, but it's not that, but it's like that. And
Hmm.
it's here at the casino that looks like a castle.
Okay.
Excalibur. I never go there. And but I really like that show there. So I took them to that and so that's kind of how it got started. And then I would have people pay me directly and I would go on dinners with people like a few times a month.
Mm.
But then uh it went from it went from guys that I knew on cam for years to new people in the room were like, well, if he can do that, why can't I do that? And
Okay.
I was like, well, because I don't know you, but also I get what you're saying. And so I started going on dinners with people that I didn't know that well. And I went on a couple dinners that were like, okay, maybe that wasn't like the best idea. And
Okay.
and I would tell the cam room about it and they'd be like, you should stop going on dinners. And I was
Hmm.
like, okay. And so I reluctantly stopped. And then Trist had reached out to me and they were like, hey, I know that you do these dinners. Would you like to do them through me so that I can run a background check for you so that it's like safe? And I was like, oh my God, I would love to do dinners again. And so now my cam guys are happy because I'm safe. Trist is happy because I've introduced a lot of girls to the whole having dinners thing. Because there's
You
girls that I know that have dinners now that started because they found out I was doing it.
right.
And I feel like it's a nice, safe way for people to like meet each other with the background check and everything.
Right.
So,
Because you
and it
really
gives
started
the
that.
girls an excuse. Well, and it gives me an excuse to like take a night off and go out with somebody because otherwise I'm going to be at home working. So,
Mm.
like, that aspect of it, because that was always an aspect of it, was like the tipping for it. So that it was like, I'm tipping you to take a night off and you're going to spend that night off with me. So it's like carried over. So now the rate that I have for it with Trist is perfect because that rate actually pays my cameraman for 1 full day of shooting. So like whenever guys take
Oh.
me out to dinner, it's like, oh my God, thank you. You've
Mm.
just paid for 1 full day of me shooting custom videos or 1 full day of me getting Leo to come over and film me doing whatever strange thing I'm doing.
Right.
So so it's like it's kind of carried over um that same feeling of like not only are we getting to spend time together, but you've given me the gift of like helping me with the things that I need to get done.
Right.
You know?
Okay. I
Yeah.
understand that. I get you. I get you.
So
So what exactly was your expectations when you first started doing the dating?
Uh, I don't know. It was just when I first started doing it, it was a way to hang out in person with people that I'd known already for years. That like people think I'm lying, but like people that I have gotten to know through this job like have become some of my best friends. Like so
Hmm.
it's an excuse to go and hang out with those people in a safe place in public, like and get to hang out with, people that I like. So
Right.
yeah, so that's my whole expectation.
Okay. Okay. All right.
And then now, actually, the expectation has changed because for most of my adult life, I've been in a relationship and my relationships have overlapped. But I'm single right now. So
Right.
now I send people that want to go on real like it's hard to say because it's like real dates, but it's like they're all real dates.
I get what
So
you're
it's
saying.
like,
But you got dates, and then you got dates. So you never know. You don't
but
know
they
really how to
are,
phrase
but
it.
they are though, because it's like, well, because some people take me out on dinners that are married and they're not interested in dating me at all. So that's like, I guess that's not a real date, you know?
Mm,
So, but some people want to take me out, and then I am single. So I
right.
send people that contact me about wanting to go on dates to Trist, because I'm like,
Mm.
okay, if you want to date me, that's how you date me. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
so
because like,
let me ask this because so like you said, you were very much in a relationship for most of your life in a
yeah,
nutshell.
yeah.
So are you looking for someone to spend more of your
I'm
time
never
with on a regular
looking.
basis?
I'm never looking. Even though I've been in relationships consistently forever, like people don't believe me, but I'm never looking. It always just happens. So
Hmm.
I'm waiting for it to just happen again. But I am
God.
being a little more, I had my very first abusive relationship, unfortunately. So now I am a little more guarded in dating. So like I'm not looking for a partner. And
Right.
now I'm like, okay, if you want to come into my life, like you have to put effort in, and part of that effort is you have to go through Tris to go on dates with me. Like,
You
if that
know
makes
what?
sense.
That makes sense. No, that makes sense for someone that
The other,
literally you waited 7 months for your first kiss. So
yeah,
I can see that. I can
yeah.
kind of see that. You're being very careful. So
Well, and I'm all about fairness. And the thing is, people get this weird fucking idea. This is a huge turnoff. Guys will message me and they'll be like in my email talking about I'm not old and I'm attractive and like you should go on a date with me, blah blah blah. And it's just like, how fucking dare you think that you're better than the people that I spend most of my time with? Like, what's wrong with
right.
you that you would think in any way that I would like you better or that I would think you're better, especially if you're coming at it with this weird, arrogant thing? Like, it's like you're like a bug I want to squish. Like, it pisses me off. So, like, anybody that thinks they're better than any of the guys that I hang out with on cam and that I talk to on OnlyFans and stuff, anybody that thinks they're better
Mhm.
than those guys, I already don't want to deal with you. So like if
Mm.
you think you're too
Okay.
good to like go through Tris to go on the dinner, I already don't want to go to dinner with you. So,
Ooh,
it
okay.
weeds out those people, and it's
I was
been
gonna
really
say
good at
that.
weeding out those people.
Right. I
So
get you. I
it's
was gonna say
working.
that. Yeah, it's working.
'Cause I'm
Okay.
too
All right.
nice. I'm too nice a lot of the time. So I need help weeding people out.
Right. Yeah.
Cause like I'll excuse crazy shit. Like
I get you. I understand that completely. Yeah, trust me, I get you. Okay.
I'm like, baby, he's having a bad day.
It's fine. Oh, goodness. Oh, okay. I'm gonna stay on point. I gotta stay on point. I want to talk about
So one
something,
of
but
us
it
has
is
to.
yeah. Let me stay on point. Um. Okay. So, tell me, is it difficult? How do I say this the correct way? How does it feel going on these dates with because we've talked about this in the forum? How does it feel going on these dates with the client most likely having sex on his mind at the back of his head?
You mean how does it feel going on a date with a man?
Son of a bitch. Yeah. How does it feel
Yeah.
going on a date with a man? Okay.
Or how does it feel going on a date with anyone? Let's be honest.
Let's
Because
be
if I'm
honest.
going
Yeah.
on a date with you, I'm thinking about what it would be like to fuck you. Like
Right.
that's
Okay.
not like
Okay. So
that's
it's not really any different. Okay.
no. I honestly think people. I overthink things, but I
Uh.
think people overthink different things that I don't overthink. So
Hmm.
it's like as soon as you were saying it, I was like, yeah. Like if I meet a guy on Tinder, I know what he's thinking about too, and he doesn't necessarily respect my time. So I would
Right.
much rather go on a date with somebody through Trist who respects my time and who
Hmm.
has given me a gift for my time. Like
Right.
fucking A plus. I had a dinner with a guy who he spelled that out for me because I hadn't connected those dots. Like
Mm.
I don't I don't know everything, and I don't like just have all these one-liners. Like I'm an amalgamation of every person I've ever met because I am a sponge. So
Right.
we were at dinner, and I was still in my shitty relationship. And I was talking to him a little bit about it because he had started talking about his relationship, and we get intimate at these dinners.
Right.
So like one of my first questions is always, "Are you married?" Like, "Are you married? Does your wife know you're here? How do you feel about that?" Like,
Right.
this is topics at at dinner, unless you stop me. Like,
Right.
but what was I saying? Shit.
um,
um,
what were you saying?
but
It was the topics that come up when you were being intimate at dinner.
oh, it was I was at dinner with this guy, and he was like, I had said something about my partner's feelings, and he was like, "Fuck his feelings." Like, and he was like, and he kind of laid it out. He's like, "Men like me are happy to treat you like the princess that you are. We are happy to pay you to take you to dinner, and you're gonna go home and let this piece of shit treat you like that when you don't deserve it and you've done nothing wrong? Why are you doing that? That's not fair to anybody, is it?"
No.
Like, and I was like, "You're right."
Mm.
Shit.
Damn. Okay, that sounds like somebody I would actually like. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, actually, I will. So after that dinner, my car battery just my car wouldn't start. And instead of leaving, he stayed with me, and then he went and got the casino people to come and like jumpstart my car. And while we were waiting on the jumpstart, we definitely like made out in the front seat of my car.
Oh.
Yeah, so that did happen. So I'm kissing
Okay.
and telling, but now I've been on enough dinners, none of you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, yeah. Okay. All right. But that answers one question, but I'm still gonna ask that question because
Axe it.
I'm a curious person, so it comes up. But
You
I'm
know curiosity does to cats, but you're
yeah.
not a cat.
I'm gonna say. All right. Curveball. What's your favorite sex position?
Ooh, it's hold on, I'm wearing a dress. I was just gonna get in it. Hold on. Uh, uh, uh,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay, what is that missionary? That's missionary, right?
It's like missionary, but like missionaries with your legs down, and I want my knees by my face.
Okay, all right.
And I like, so it's like this, but it's like I like a lot of pressure on my legs too.
Right,
So basically, if I'm the dude, like you'd be thrusting and like holding my legs down. So like,
right. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, you want that serious pressure. Gotcha. All right,
yeah.
because I.
Well, I like I have to tense my legs in order to come.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I first started masturbating when I was 17, no, I because I do everything late. I was
Wait.
already out of high school, so I when I started masturbating, I would lay in the bathtub and I would push my legs against the sides of the bathtub to help me come. And now
Uh-huh.
I have to have pressure on my legs. So usually I grab my legs with my own arms and like hold them down.
Right.
So, but if somebody else can do that, it's helpful.
Okay. Gotcha. Oh, goodness, not even paying attention there. Okay. I just didn't switch the question
That was
out.
all on the right
That was all
question.
on.
We stayed on topic on that one.
We did. You have ever considered doing more with a client?
I have. And people see, it's real dates if you want it to be real dates.
But
Because
when
I'm
you
single. If I wasn't single, it'd be different.
right, which
Yeah.
I think I wrote about that when you finally split with whoever you were with at the time. I
Yeah.
was like, I think I went straight to the forum like, we got a chance.
Oh,
And
you did.
I think I wrote about that.
You
And
did. You did.
and
I saw that.
I was very hype
You
about it.
didn't delete it, so I figured it was fine.
It was fine. But that's just what it is. Like because
Oh, you
we
said that you thought we'd make it. I thought that was really sweet, actually. So thank
I
you.
did because I saw so many Like you guys were all over the place. You guys were
Love
traveling.
bombing. That's love
Yeah,
bombing. I didn't know that. I
right,
thought, Prince Charming, but no, love bombing is apparently a thing, and I
right.
learned about. So, but
I figured it was that because you guys like, especially with the what's the word? What were you guys? You were with each other. You had an open relationship.
well, so we were monogamous other than work. So that was all fine. But other things became a problem, like his own, which I can't speak on anything of his own
Right.
personal business.
I
But
understand.
things became untenable, and they became untenable a lot earlier than I realized. And then when I realized, it took months to actually like end the relationship. So it was just like that was a huge like learning process. But it took me. It's been over 6 months, and I'm just now with my therapist getting back to normal.
Mm.
So there's a dark period,
Right. I get it. I get it.
but 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 anyway, if I were in a relationship, it would be different because it would be based around the rules of that relationship. So, like my best partner ever, we happen to be in uh, a monogamous relationship, but
Mm.
then he was okay with me like having sex with other people, but not having like relationships with other people. And I was also fine with him having sex with other people, but not having relationships with other people. So we were monogamous in
Mm.
our relationship.
Mm.
But he was like, "You should have a boyfriend in California." And I was like, "You think?" So that was when we were trying to figure out like if he was cool with me. We had that discussion. So he's like, "You should have a boyfriend in California." And I was like, "You think you'd be okay with me having another boyfriend in California?" And he's like,
Right.
"Well, maybe not a boyfriend." And I'm like, "Do you just want me to have sex with people while I'm in California?" And he was like, "Yeah, and tell me about it." And I was like, "I can do that. They don't have
Right.
to be my boyfriend."
Right.
So
So
so we were like open sexually, but monogamous
right.
relationship wise. Yeah, because there's polyamory and monogamy and like
Mm.
thruples and all kinds of stuff. Basically, do
Wow.
whatever makes sense.
Right. so so basically the date thing. I'm assuming that is just to, like you said, it's to weed out certain people,
Yeah,
but I'm because I'm just want to make sure there's no miscommunication because there's
yeah.
one thing on the forum we can very much we're dumb
Wishful
sometimes.
thinking.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's say it that one, not what I just said.
It's understandable.
So so does the date help just literally weed out who you want to do that with?
Oh, okay. So I don't offer full service.
You don't, right?
Um, so it's not like it's not like screening, but if you're coming into it, um, see, it's a person by person basis. So like if you're married,
Right,
I'm probably not gonna like there's no we're not gonna like have a real date because you are married. If you get a divorce and come back to me, that's a thing. But
right,
like I'm not the other woman.
right. Gotcha.
So because I've been cheated on too. So I feel like that's like a whole thing that gets messy, and I'm not interested in that. But
Right,
if you're coming into it as a single man who wants a relationship with me, who comes in like sincerely, and we actually click and we have chemistry, like
mm,
I don't see how we couldn't like then definitely more is on the table. Like I made out with the guy in the car because I wanted to.
right.
So,
Okay. All
you
right. So
know,
does there need to be emotion there?
I mean, I feel like it's just so I don't have to be in a relationship with a person in order to fuck them, but I have to like them.
Okay, I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So
okay.
like I've told people before, like if you just want to fuck me and you don't care about me as a person, like just
Mhm,
don't come to dinner.
gotcha.
Like it's
Okay,
cool. Like we
okay.
don't have to have dinner. But like there was that nasty guy, and it's like if if you're like a shitty person like that guy and like you want to come to dinner and try to get under my skin, come to dinner. Because I will happily take your money and you will not get under my skin.
Right.
Um, if you don't care anything about me and you just want to put your dick in me, don't go to dinner because I don't.
No, no,
That's
no.
I'm not into that.
I get it. I get it. You're very much
So
painting the picture there. You're very much letting us
yeah,
know in black and white.
it's like a real date.
Right.
Like
It's a full real. Okay. All right. So
yeah,
basically, chemistry does matter. Okay. Get
because
you.
it's
Okay.
like if I don't like you, I'm not gonna have fun having sex with you,
Right.
right? So
Right.
like, and I feel like when I'm on set and I'm performing,
Hmm.
um, I get to know the person I'm performing with, and I have things that I like about them. Like maybe they're a really good dad, or maybe
Hmm.
like they opened the door for somebody, or maybe like they told me about a story about when they did something nice for their mom, or like there's stuff like
Right.
so if I can't find a single fucking thing I like about that person, I leave. So
I got
I'm not going to shoot that scene, or I'm never going to shoot with them again, right? Because
you.
I already have made obligations. So maybe
Right.
I'll do the scene and then never ever again.
Right.
But that's only happened like once or twice ever.
Right. Gotcha.
So
Okay. All
so
right.
most I'm kind of a hippie.
You're free spirited. I get you.
I
Whatever the
yeah,
wind's
I'm kind of
blowing,
a hippie. It's
that's how you're
like
feeling it.
yeah, I like sucking my friend's dick if he's had a bad day because it'll make him feel better, and I like sucking dick. Like
I get
so, like,
so tell me this. Okay. Tell me this.
but I got mixed up because if you are actually like looking to date me and have a relationship with me, because I know that
Mhm.
there are also that sector of people,
Right.
like then approach it exactly like approach it with the intention that you have, like
Right. Okay.
you
All
know,
right. I know.
be
I get you.
honest. Be honest, approach it with the intention you have. Because
Right.
a huge turn off for me is anything like lies or fake or like disingenuous. And I can
Mhm.
sniff that out fast. So,
Gotcha.
so
Tell me. Okay, so would you say another curveball?
yeah.
Are you a size queen?
No, that is not a curveball. So,
I'll try to think of another one.
first of all, if it fits, I sits. So,
Right.
so that's my rule.
Right.
My first partner that I was with for 5 years had
Mhm.
like a 4-inch dick.
Oh.
And I begged for that shit. My dignity was under the ground. Because I was like, that's one reason we broke up was I'm a 3 times a day person and he was like a once a month person. Um
Oh.
so and conditions had to be perfect. So I would like be shaved smooth as a dolphin and like make dinner and like give him a massage and then be like, please put it inside my body somewhere. Please. So we've moved past that. I have dignity now,
Right.
but if it fits, it's great. And
Right.
the only problem I really ever run into, because I'm pretty small,
Mhm.
I have to warm up for scenes. Like I excuse myself when we're getting ready for the sex portion, because
Right.
when you're getting ready for the sex portion, girls go do girly stuff, is what the directors call it, because
Okay.
we're all 12. Um, nobody can talk about anything just up
Right.
front.
Right.
So, so, um, sorry, I've said ages a lot today.
You're
Um,
fine.
colloquialisms. No, but um, so when you go do girly stuff, you're supposed to douche, and then so normally girls douche and then they go right back. I can't do that. I have to warm up before sex. I'm also gonna plug my phone in before it dies.
Okay, no
Um,
problem.
so I have to like go in the bathroom or in a bedroom and shut the door and like lay down and make myself come like 3 times. And then I finger myself a bunch and like stretch myself. And then I
Damn.
go and do the scene.
Damn. That's a
And Yeah, it takes it. I'm really fast now because I've had a lot of practice, but it takes like between 5 and 15 minutes. Hold on one second.
Mhm.
And people just know that I do that now. So
Okay, so if they can't find you, oh, Alex, yeah, she's just masturbating in the bathroom. Give her about 10 minutes.
right. Well, you know what? I had to start telling people because I was on set for a company, and I shouldn't say who. And it doesn't
It's
matter.
fine. It doesn't matter.
But so I was on set for a company, and I went in the bathroom, and I'd been in there for like a minute, and so they came and they were like, "Bang, bang, bang, Alex, are you okay?" Bang, 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 and I was like, because I was trying to masturbate, and I was like, I'm fine. I'm just finishing up in here. And they were like, you need to hurry up and come out of there. And they were freaking out. And I was like, finally, I just said, I'm masturbating.
Uh,
And they were like silent. And then they were like, oh, we'll talk to you when you come out. And I come out and I'm like, what the fuck was the problem? And they were like, I'm sorry, we had a girl like a couple years back who went in the bathroom for a long time and we had to break the door down because she had passed out because she had a needle in her arm
yep, I
and
thought
was
so.
doing intravenous drugs
Right.
on set. And so they were like, so we have a no locked doors policy.
Smart. Okay, yeah, that
And
makes sense.
but it was just like it was so now I have to tell people that I'm not doing drugs in the bathroom. I'm masturbating. And if they have a free bedroom with a clean bed, sometimes they're like, "Oh, you can do that," you
Right.
know. But usually there's no space because there's lights and shit and people everywhere, and I have to be able to focus to hurry.
Mhm.
So, um, I usually just lay a towel down in the bathroom on the floor because it's just quick and easy, and that's
Right.
it's
Right. I
I
get you.
gotta hurry. People are waiting on me. So, but yeah, I have to come before I have sex
Right.
always, basically.
Mhm. Okay.
Unless there's just a shit ton of foreplay. And then so yeah, no, not a size queen. Because even like my partners who haven't been like porn star size, like
Okay.
I've torn before, like just rushing into sex. So like yeah,
Right.
no, not a size queen.
Not a side screen. Gotcha.
Nope. My reactions are real.
So tell me this, because ever since I saw, because you posted that, and I also talked about this on the forum, you posted a date that you went on, and it was to mini golfing in Vegas, the
Yeah.
new one that just opened up, and I must have looked at that picture and your caption for at least 10 minutes, and I was just
Thank
like,
you.
why does this look? Why does it look so? I was so mesmerized by it, and I couldn't understand why I was mesmerized by it because I'm a client. I love seeing providers. I'll see them
Yeah.
as much as I can, and I love to enjoy that chemistry. The chemistry is like, oh god, I can't. It's euphoric to me. I like it almost as much as the
Yeah.
sex does.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's amazing to me. But then I was like, okay, could I do this? Could I literally go on a date and not just not have that thought of sex being in the back of my mind? And then it came to me. I was like, okay, let me just ask her. So, what to you is your ideal date?
Okay, so I will say the guy that I was on that date with has like raised the bar as far as dates go.
Yeah, I
So that
know.
was our third date, and all of our dates have been really fun.
Right.
And he's just really great. Honestly, like we've like connected over this, and like he's become like a part of my life now.
Mm,
Um, but we have like another date planned, so we're still doing dates, but like yeah, like we've connected through those dates like so much, and it's been really great.
right.
Um, but I think a perfect date for me is either I like an activity because I feel
Mhm.
like it kind of like loosens people up, but
Right.
I don't need an activity in order to loosen people up. I'm pretty good about getting people to relax, which is something that a lot of people I go on dates with will tell me after the date, is like, oh, I was so nervous, but you helped me relax so fast.
Right.
And like, so I'm good at that. So like, I'm happy going and doing an activity or talking over dinner. My ideal date is like getting to know the person and like really getting to know the person, and I can tell that like we have connected. Like that's the ideal date, because like we don't have to go do an activity to do that, and we don't have to like do anything specific, but it's like the perfect date is when both of us come in with open minds, and like our minds just happen to like fall together in that special way, and like you can feel it when it happens. It's like it's a special thing. I can't predict it, and it's just the best feeling. I don't know how to explain it.
No, no, I think it might be that feeling when I saw the picture. It might be close to
Yeah,
that feeling when I saw the picture.
it's like that, because it's like that's the thing too. I can't even predict it, because sometimes I'll show up at dinner and at first I'll be like, maybe I'm thinking about my own things going on. Like when I was in the not so great relationship, like that did cloud me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like as soon as you get there, like everything else disappears, and then it's just the two of you, and you're talking, and you're laughing and smiling, and like everything else goes away. Like the rest of the restaurant's gone.
Right.
Like it's just so fucking nice. And like me and that person have had that axe throwing and going to dinner and like doing the golfing. Like we've had that every time doing that, and it's just like it's just when the right people like come together in that open way.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm not jealous of this guy at all. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, and he's not the only one either. He's just a really good example and a very
Right.
recent example. But I've had this with people like since I started camming, honestly,
Right.
because I've been. Uh, People tell me that I'm like a really easy person to talk to, and I
Mm-hmm.
feel very familiar. And
Mm-hmm.
I think there are biological reasons and like personality reasons for that. Like I have an oval shaped face, and I have pretty basic like facial features,
Mm-hmm.
but also very symmetrical. So I think that helps people to relax.
Okay.
'Cause- but but also I've been through a lot of shit, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I I understand um intuitively a lot of human like psychology like things.
Right.
And I also study human psychology, and I watch a lot of true crime, and like I delve into like um stuff about like what different expressions mean, because it's fascinating when you start like studying that kind of stuff, like how even people who are born blind, like we all have the same like facial expressions,
Right.
because it's a genetic thing that's passed down in a
Mm-hmm.
way. So I get into all that stuff, and I think that lets me like notice little things that maybe other people don't pay attention to, and it helps me to help people relax. And I think that I don't know, it just makes me so happy that I can do that for
Right.
people. And
Mm-hmm.
I wanna work on that, and I wanna get better at that.
I get it. I understand what you're saying completely. You're very much of a what's the word? You're a people person. That's what you are.
Yeah,
You're a people person.
yeah.
Yeah, I get that. All right. All right. One more question because you're answering all my questions without even trying.
Yay!
Um, is there a cutoff for when you'll stop going on dates?
No, I don't think so. As things are right now, no.
Okay.
I'm single. I can't speak for what will happen in the future, and I don't tend to make strong future plans, because the world laughs at plans. Like,
I
plans
understand.
never. Like if you'd
Yeah.
have told me this would be my life when I was in college, I'd have fucking stopped breathing and died right there. Like I'd have been so completely like world shatteringly shocked.
Right.
Um, but I'm very happy that everything turned out this way. So like
Mhm.
if here's how it would happen if I ended up stopping. It would be
Mhm.
that I was in a relationship with someone who no longer wanted me to do it, and who gave me a very good reason not to do it. And
Okay.
the only reason that would be good enough would be being married.
Okay.
Um, because that's the level of commitment that would make me go, okay, I'm willing to give up something I love for you. Like,
Mm,
but otherwise, like, I can't see not doing it anymore because
right.
I get so much joy out of it and I have so much fun. And even then, I would probably just be like, well, I'm still gonna see so and so. Like, if,
I get
honey,
you.
like I'm still gonna see them, so we're gonna figure something out.
Right.
But like it, yeah, it would have to be if I get married, then you can start worrying.
Oh,
Because otherwise, like I've decided after other experiences I've had, like unless I'm actually legally bound to another person, there's no reason for me to let that person dictate anything about my life. And even then, they're not going to dictate it, but they'll
right.
have more of a say in it.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
So,
So, okay. So I still have
and
time.
like, see, I'll never stop camming
Right.
because I wouldn't marry someone who wanted me to stop camming.
Mm-hmm.
But I can rationalize why someone might want me to stop going on dates. I
Mm-hmm.
get why that might be something,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't register as something for me.
Okay.
So it would have to be a very special person.
Okay. They have to be really,
So,
really, like really up
well,
there. I got you.
I'm 33 and I've never even been engaged because no one's been like
No, it's
like
been that
nobody.
person.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like it hasn't made it to that level because there's always been something where we don't make it there. So
Right.
like, you
Okay.
know, I wouldn't worry. I'm probably gonna be a spinster forever. So like
Oh,
I'm the world's girlfriend and I'm okay with that.
okay, that's fine. Okay, so basically, there's no need to rush. We're gonna get to you when we can get to you. That's fine.
You never know what'll happen. I could get hit by a bus. So maybe
That's
don't drag your feet.
that's literally true too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was
But
dark, but it was true.
but unless I get engaged, you really have nothing to worry about. And even
Right.
then,
Okay.
nobody's even close to that right now. I'm single as a Pringle, so don't worry about anything.
Okay. All right. I've never been so happy that someone is single. So yeah.
Hey, I'm
Okay.
pretty fucking happy to be single right now too.
All right. Well, have been you have been truly amazing, Miss Cole. I have this is one of the best interviews I've had. You have been so the giddiness has just been so infectious, honestly. It's just been so
Oh,
nice.
thank you.
And
I'm glad.
the I can understand because so many of the guys, a couple of them have been on these dates, not just you, but other dates just had nothing but
Yeah,
the chemistry.
yeah,
And I'm starting to understand now what it is. I think just the fact that you're able to make someone happy in that situation and the fact that it's a real date
yeah.
is it's almost intoxicating. You know what I mean? It's almost something that you want to just keep happening over and over and over again until you see what happens from it.
Yeah, well, I mean, another guy that I went on a date with, I was talking to him about why he came on the date with me, and his reasoning was like, he's married, but he wants the chase. Like he wants to feel that feeling again, like being in the restaurant, like
Mm.
watching her walk in, like talking and flirting and like not knowing where anything's gonna go. Like he wanted to feel that. And so we ended up staying out for 5 hours instead of two.
Oh wow. Okay.
So like there's yeah, I feel like different people get different things out of it for sure. But
Right.
like I feel like there's a lot to get out of it. Like
Hmm.
companionship is companionship. And I think the pandemic also showed all of us like how much we all need companionship.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a that pandemic did a lot of good, but it did
Hmm.
so much bad at the
It
same
did a lot
time.
of both.
It
It
did
did
a
a
lot
lot
of
of both.
both. It did a lot of both. But
They're called
I'm
growing pains for a reason.
yeah, yeah, and it just made us it made me anyway understand just how much I enjoy being with a companion and just all out having a beautiful woman like just
Yeah.
connect in that way that you really don't get outside of that. You know what I mean? It just brings you to a point where your confidence is better. You're able to walk around with your head high and just be someone you didn't know you could be.
Yeah, and I don't know how other people do it, but like when I go on a date with somebody, like I am laser focused on them. Like I put my phone away. I'm not looking at the waiter. Like
Right.
I've had a waiter try to flirt with me on a date, and I've literally stopped what I'm doing and looked at him and been like, "Do you need something? Like like what is your problem?" so like it's a safe environment to just go out and have fun, and like I'm your date and your emotional bodyguard.
Oh, Tina,
So
that feels so good. Yeah. That feels so good to know that.
yeah, because like I don't know how other people are, but like I couldn't imagine like not treating it that way at least.
I understand that. But I'm not going to keep you. You go and you eat something because, like you said, you're hungry. So,
Well, actually, I can't eat too much. I have a date tonight.
right, you do. Okay, so that guy's gonna be have fun. I got you warmed up for him. You're good. Have fun on
I'm
your
ready.
have fun on your day.
Thank you so much. This was really fun.
This was fun. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.